Hi guys, and welcome to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, and today I'm in my swing studio at Drayton Park Golf Club, and I want to do a video on the importance of posture and how you can make sure you can get your posture correct every time. It has such a huge impact on your backswing you're going to be making, our impact, our strike location, our speed, but it's something that really gets overlooked by a lot of amateur golfers. So I'm going to quickly jump into how to get into the right posture, a really good at-home exercise you can do. And I would do this while posing. I would do this in front of a mirror, patio window, or get someone to take a photo of you. Seeing is believing. If you can see where you are, it's going to feel very awkward to a lot of you who stand too upright or overflex your knees. It's going to really feel like you're tilting forwards too much. But if you can see your setup, see the posture, you'd start to understand there's a big difference between feel and real. So you may well be feeling like you're stupidly tilting over too far, but then when you actually see the picture of it, you're going to understand actually that looks like the guys or girls on the telly. So this exercise is really going to help you achieve that good posture every time. Doesn't really matter what club we're talking about here. I'm looking for a very similar setup. I've got a mid-iron in my hand, and what I'm going to do is hold the club head. So I've got the back of the shaft here, the heel of the club, in contact with my tailbone. So I want 3 points of contact, okay? So I want my tailbone between my shoulder blades and the back of my head. So I'm just looking for those 3 points of contact. I'll have my lower back slightly away from it here. It does depend on how good your natural posture is, but my lower back is a little bit away from it. But I'm looking for tailbone between my shoulder blades and back of my head. I'm going to stand about the right distance away from the golf ball, just so I've got a visual, okay, with my feet golf width apart, so shoulder width apart for a mid-iron. I'm going to hold the club on my tailbone, between my shoulder blades, back of my head, and my legs are locked, so dead straight. I'm going to tilt forwards from my hips as far as I can, keeping those 3 points of contact. So tilt forwards as far as I can. Now I really want to feel like my weight is way out to my toes, like I'm a downhill skier, really trying to get that tilt forwards from my hips, pressure way out to my toes. I can't go any further than that. And at that point, I'm just going to soften my knees, just so I've got a little bit of softening, a little bit of flex in there, and that's going to mean my pressure is more balls of my feet. So it could have been toes, balls of feet, arch of my shoe, or my heels. And I really want it to be balls of my feet, just in front of my lace on my shoes. So let me do that one more time. Tailbone, between the shoulder blades, back of head, tilt forwards as far as I can, feel my pressure way out to my toes. I can't go any more than that. At that point, just soften my knees, keeping my posture, and let my arms just hang down naturally from my shoulders. That's going to give me my ideal setup that I'm looking for. And again, view that, see that, so you can get a visual on how it feels to you and what it really looks like. So that's my start position, my ready position there. What I get some people doing wrongly is as they tilt, they let their head come forwards. Or I see they do this bit really well, but as they just soften their knees, they allow themselves to actually go backwards. It's really important that we tilt forwards, stay in that position, then just soften our knees. A few golfers may be able to overdo how much they bend. It does tend to be ladies and junior golfers. Unfortunately, gents, it tends to be people with quite a lot of flexibility. So you may get someone who can keep going and going and going. That isn't me, unfortunately, while keeping that on there. And that's why I would use the mirror. There is other ways of doing it. You can put, so this is another option for you, the club across your hips. So then what I want you to do is hold it like you're riding a bike, and I want you to put your thumbs, easy for me to say, your thumbs on your hip bones. And what we would do is just keep our legs straight. Again, push our backside out, tilting forward on our hips, pushing my shoulders back, and again, just soften my knees. Allow my arms to hang from the shoulders. By getting good posture, I can create maximum rotation here. It's easier to maintain my posture into the downswing to make sure we're getting the right strike, the right contact as well ultimately that's going to give us more distance and a better ball flight. If someone does get in a rounded posture, we see a lot of C-shaped spines where they look like this, okay? And they're too hunched in here, they really need to push those shoulders back. But a lot of postures in here will limit how much rotation you can make, so it's limiting your turn. The compensation we normally see from here, if you're in bad posture, is then to lift. That's when they gain height. They often top the ball from there and blame it on looking up too early. It was really they gained the height on the backswing. The other posture, the other poorer posture we could get into is too much of a C-shaped spine, which does tend to be me a little bit. To improve that, we really want to improve our core. So it is core strength, but improving our breathing and trying to pull our navel, our belly button back to our spine will help that. So an S-shaped spine looking something like that you'll see on the screen, where there's this dip in my lower back and then the rounding in my upper back. The straighter we can get it, the better. Right, let's go ahead and try and hit one from good posture. Try and create that same feeling of tilting forwards from our hips, shoulders back, just softening my knees, just a fraction. Really happy with the contact, very happy with the distance, just a little left to target. All in all, very, very happy with that. Give that exercise a go. I know that's going to help your game. Yes, it will feel awkward, but as I said at the start, seeing is believing. If you can see a picture, if you can see a reflection in the mirror or the patio window, when you are in good posture, you'll start to realize it doesn't look as stupid as it feels to you, and actually that is where you should be. It may feel uncomfortable. You may get a little bit of backache from it initially. It will only be using muscles you haven't been used to using in your golf posture. It's a really important part if you want to improve your game. Do post some comments, some questions below. Love to know how you're getting on with that. And do follow us on all other social media platforms. All the info you need is coming along the bottom of the screen now. Thanks, guys.